You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy.
Hey! Thanks for tuning in to Two Drunk Sistas podcast. I'm D. Come here, tell them what we drinking on. Why the hell we laughing so hard?
Okay, so the first mixture.
I want to see how hard you think you.
The first mixture was. Okay, so I added some kinky vodka.
Okay, what?
It has like orange. I think like mango, passion fruit, or some shit like that.
That kinky vodka tastes like what we were drinking back in high school.
I know. So I had to put it in something, but I spruced it up, and that shit was fire.
Yeah.
It really tasted good.
Yeah.
So it was not that much in there, but of course we have something else on deck. Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Well, you know what?
I don't know what this is.
Our nephew hooked us up.
He did. We
Thank you.
didn't ask him what's in it, obviously.
Right. We didn't ask him what's in it.
He's like, let me get that orange drink right there.
Right. And that shit hitting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he would call it.
Oh, you know what?
What?
There's a name for it.
Okay, what's the name?
It's really nasty.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
Gird your loins. Gird your loins. I want to say.
What's the name of this
so
drink
the name
is?
of this drink is called.
This one is a penny dropper.
It's called Orange Was Her.
What? Come on. The listeners want to hear.
Orange Was Hurricane. Orange was a hurricane?
Was it hurricane?
No. Orange was Here I Come.
Child.
I don't know.
We done came already. Thank you, nephew.
Thank you, nephew.
The drink is good.
Yes,
Thank
it
you so
is.
much.
We appreciate that.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm butchering the name. I don't.
Child.
Leave me alone.
Nephew, thank you. we parasailing.
Yeah. And so we're gonna try his next one, which is called Green Was Green Lantern.
That is not the name.
That is the name, I swear.
Oh, bitch. Okay.
I promise.
Okay, we're gonna give it that shot. But now
yeah.
it's orange is a coming.
Yeah, orange is a her.
Orange
coming.
is a new
orange
coming.
is a coming. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we are on the last chapter
of Insidious.
Y'all.
Finally, oh my God.
Insidious, the last key. So
Woo.
we're gonna talk about that. If you haven't seen The Last Key, let me hit you up on speed on what it's about. It's a brilliant parapsychologist, Elise Rainier, receives a disturbing phone call from a man who claims that his house is haunted. Even more disturbing is the address, which is 14. I don't even know why they put the address, but 413 Apple Tree Lane in Five Keys, New Mexico, the home where Elise grew up as a child. Accompanied by her two investigative partners, Rainier travels to Five Keys to confront and destroy her greatest fear, the demon that she accidentally set free years earlier.
Right.
So basically, this one, The Last Key, is about Elise, who Elise was, how she grew up. So it's her story. It's what makes Elise Elise.
Right.
So yes. I thought that was pretty cool
that they went back.
They did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we
history.
We love history.
We love origin stories.
Right.
Like you can throw shit out there. Like where did it come from? Mm-hmm. How did it get there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So throughout the Insidious, we knew how the further came about.
Right.
How she named it. We knew who Elise was, but now we are diving into her childhood, how she grew up, and what she let out in her own home.
Yes.
Her own childhood.
And she didn't close the door. So obviously that left room for
Evil. Yeah, just like a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Niggas like to open the door, but don't
know how to close it.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, so Elise has been seeing. So Elise has a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think her brother has the same gift as well. He just
I think he suppressed it.
Right. He didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah, and so when you start to do that,
It drives you
obviously
crazy.
that too, or it could, you could pretend. You pretend to not see it, and so you ignore it. So it eventually becomes a part of your, like your dreams. It's non-existent to you, even though it may be there. But you don't. You know how when they say you give something power,
Right.
so you suppress it so much that it no longer reveals itself to you. You're no longer open to it. You're cut off from it. Mm-hmm. You may still have the gift, but because you don't nurture it and utilize it, it kind of goes away.
Lies dormant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think that's probably what happened with him.
Okay. Well, the movie's, what I just read, it starts off with this guy who lives in Elise's old home, is hearing things,
yes.
ghosts.
Yeah.
So he calls Elise. So it doesn't say how he found Elise's number.
I feel like maybe just by word of mouth, perhaps.
It's just way too much of a coincidence.
It is a coincidence.
Maybe it could have been the ghost.
The ghost that told him to reach out because the ghost wants to get Elise back into the house.
Right, because she's the one that...
That's 12 years old.
He's got your baby. He's got your baby.
He's got your baby. Yeah.
Yeah, so it could have been the ghost that lured her to the house.
Yeah. Yep.
For unfinished business.
Yes.
So he called her and, Elise was like, okay, yeah, what's going on? He's like, I'm hearing things. I think my house is haunted. And she's like, all right, bet. Where you live at? And he told her the address. And she's like, oh, get the fuck out of here. This is where I grew up. And this is where some paranormal things started for her.
Right.
So going back to Elise's background, she grew up, and would you say it's like a strict household, because she wasn't able to tell her dad or what you fucking call it, like is able to nurture her ability. She had to suppress it because they live right next to a prison or something like that.
Yeah, and so there's a scene in the movie where everybody's in the living room and someone is being electrocuted, and so she says the name aloud, the person that's being electrocuted, what he did, and so
and what his last meal was.
Right. And so as you're a child, you don't have the mind frame of, well, daddy doesn't want me to say that. You just kind of go with the flow.
Right. Because kids would say whatever
that was
mind.
Right.
If your breath stank, they'll tell you your breath stank. Or if you farted, they'll be like, mommy, you farted. Goddamn kids.
So I think the mom was telling her, like, look, don't, your dad doesn't understand. Mm-hmm. And the dad would like beat her whenever she would
have a vision.
Yeah. And so, abuse. She was abused. Yeah, they were abused. And he was also hitting the mom as well. Or just
he was just an abusive person.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so Elise, I don't remember how she. Oh, I remember now. So because Elise was saying these things about the ghost that she see, the father beats her and then puts her in the basement. Right, to punish her in the dark. And she was screaming and yelling. She was saying like, no, there are people down there. I'm scared. And he was like, I don't care. And he threw her ass up in that basement. Child abuse. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then while she was down there, was it? Oh, it wasn't an earthquake. So while she was down there, she found a door. Yes, and there was an entity behind the door, pretty much, kind of like befriending her, talking and saying, hey, if you open this door, you can come over here on this side and I can show you something, and as a child, you're inquisitive, you want to know what's going on. Right. You're nosy, you're hurt, you're scared. Right. So naturally, that is expected of her, for her to push through whatever. It's like she was scared, but it's like, It beats being down here by myself. Right. So let me get the key and let me open this damn door and see what's going on. First of all, the fact that the ghost had to be like, hi. Yeah, so if you want to come behind this door, we can play together. Just open it and I can show you. Open it. And she was like, but I don't have the keys. It's right behind you. Yes, you do. It's right behind you hanging. Oh, my God. So everything was just set up for her to release Release the demon. Release the credit. The defenses are Let the slaughter begin.
You stupid. And so that is what led to everything just kind of going to hell.
Right, because she eventually opened the door, and then once she opened the door, she got possessed.
Yep.
And then when she got possessed,
she wasn't the father.
Right, but we don't know that she wasn't the father until later on to the movie.
Yes.
In the movie.
Yes.
So back to Elise being grown, she goes to the house. She meets the guy that supposedly is being possessed or haunted, and he tells Elise Elise okay, so this is where I used to live, and I remember my dad.
This is my room.
It looks the same, and,
right? And
she was like, "Y'all didn't change nothing." He's like, he wanted to keep it how it is because he likes the antique of it.
Bullshit, but okay. Uh-huh.
And so he's explaining like where he would hear the voices and stuff like that. So he puts her into the room, and she picks up the energy and stuff like that. So now she starts to remember having flashbacks of what she's been seeing and stuff like that. So this movie has a lot of twists and turns because watching it the first time, I was kind of confused.
Yeah. Because
you didn't know
what was a ghost and what was real.
And who was real.
Right.
So it was a lot of twists and turns in this movie. So she thought she was seeing, she could see ghosts. But when she was younger, she thought she was seeing a ghost, but she really wasn't seeing a ghost. It was a real person that her father.
So we can't say that it's really her fault. Well, yeah, no. She released the demon, yes, but the father was also being controlled.
Right, he was possessed.
So, yes,
but he was possessed to the point where he was kidnapping women.
Women, yes.
So he was already a damaged person.
Yeah.
So the fact that Elise released the dragon. Okay, I'm sorry. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the hell? Shit. The fact that released. Release. Her coming. Aren't you coming? Okay. So the fact that release. God damn it, Elise released the demon. I'm gonna call him the 5-finger demon.
Oh my God! Yeah,
he got 5 fingers. He got keys. Okay. So because she released it, the demon was able to come and possess the dad. So after the situation happened when Elise was young, she left the house. She ran away and never came back, and she left the brother there. W is doing the robot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got motherfucking concentrate. So she ran away.
Yes.
How old would you say she was? Was like 15? Oh, bitch. She choking y'all.
I want to say she was like 16. Yeah, because she did say when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So yeah, she was
16.
So
she ran away at 16 and left her younger brother with the dad and with that entity.
Yes.
And so the dad was abusing the younger brother. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? So, God. All right.
Okay, so yeah, so she does that. So okay, guys, so she comes back and she goes back
to
it. All right.
I lost my train of thought.
She comes back, guys. I'm gonna help D. She comes back to the house, like D said. She has to face this entity. She has to face.
I thought you were going to say she has to face the demon.
She has to exercise the demon. Okay. She has to face the entity, face being,
She has to face being? Oh, shit. Listen, guys, I promise we will try to get through this.
Listen.
We'll try to get through this. I'm sorry.
She had to face her childhood, okay? She had to face
her childhood?
Yeah.
Or the fears of her childhood.
She had to face going back to the house because she never stepped foot in the house since she left.
Right, after she left.
So going back to the house, seeing all those feelings, reemerge, is that a word? Reemerging? Leave me alone.
Yeah. Resurfacing?
Yeah. resurfacing. And then, mind you, she left her brother, like Dee said. So her brother, she hadn't spoken to him in all those years.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
at least it's fucking old.
She was 16, so God knows how old she is. Maybe 60s.
Yeah, so it had to be at least over 40
years. So, seeing her while
that's fucking crazy.
Right.
I wouldn't even know how you would look like if you laugh.
Right. I think you would notice, like,
your own sibling.
Right. And
I don't think I would notice
certain features. Come on. And so, guys, having to go, through all that, seeing her brother again, and actually meeting her nieces,
right,
that she didn't know she had.
And happenstance.
And happenstance.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word.
Like oopensday. Who are you calling oopensday? Okay. Did we lose you? Okay, let's come back.
All right.
All right, so
reel it in. All right.
So yeah, so she finally sees her brother again. She meets her nieces. The nieces are like, "Who is she, Dad? Where's she come from?"
He didn't even discuss.
No, like because he's upset.
Right.
He had to endure.
As he should be.
Right. He had to endure all those years.
It's valid.
Yes, it's valid. All those years without her being left to deal with the father. Mm-hmm. So fast forward, guys. Elise goes back to the house because she realizes like there's still some unfinished business.
Right, because she sees the ghost. She sees the girl that she saw when she was a young girl.
Yeah, but okay,
she ain't put two together yet.
Right, but guys, we're not giving you play by play,
but
we're giving you the gist because we're missing. Because I know we're missing a chunk of it.
We're giving you the important stuff.
Yeah.
Everything else is fillers.
Yeah, it's all fillers.
But you should still watch it.
Definitely. So they go back to the house because it's unfinished business, and before Elise and the team gets back to the house, the nieces go back there because the dad, in the beginning, the mom tells the daughter, younger Elise, like, when you're scared, or the kids.
Because,
when you're scared, just blow the whistle.
Oh, yeah, when Elise and her brother was young. Okay.
I'll come and I'll find you. So the dad, he hadn't seen that whistle in so long. They go back to the house. The dad and his daughters go back to the house and try to find this whistle. One of Elise's nieces gets lost in the house. The demon with the 5-finger demon.
We skip everything.
We skip everything.
Yeah, that's all right. Go ahead. Continue.
The 5-finger demon, captures the
5 boroughs of death.
captures the niece, like her soul. Like she's present, but she's in a coma. So she's in a spiritual hell. Okay,
she's in the further behind the red door.
Behind the red door, and locked in a cage or whatever.
So that's good because we get to find out what's behind the red door, and that's what's behind the red door.
So Elise is explaining to, again, this is all pieces, guys. She's sitting somewhere, and I'm not gonna tell you because I want you to watch the movie. She's sitting somewhere.
Man, fuck that shit.
She's sitting at the precinct because the guy that called Elise was actually repeating what the father did, okay, with the women,
right?
Kidnapping
because he was
the women.
Kidnapping women,
right?
And Elise found she got a live one here. Elise thought that she was a ghost, but she wasn't a ghost. It was a real person who got that guy who hired Elise kidnapped.
Yes.
So the guy pushed Elise and I forgot the other guy name. One of the workers with the long hair.
Right.
He locked them inside with the girl that he captured, right? And then he went after Specs, and Specs killed him. And then once Specs killed him, they called the cops, and then they found out that this girl has been missing for 4 months.
Right, and that's how Elise realized that even though she helped this situation, there's still the entity that is still left in the house because she saw another spirit.
Right, and she saw how the dad was acting, and she realized that the dad was doing
a puppet.
The same thing as what the guy who hired her did.
Yeah, so
she knew that it was unfinished business.
Yes, and so fast forward, the niece goes downstairs in the basement. She gets caught by this creature spiritually.
The 5-finger discount creature.
Yes, and so Elise, of course, has to go in and get her, and they're
Elise and her sister.
Yeah,
not Elise's sister, but
and her other niece.
Yeah, because she has 2 nieces.
Yeah,
who has the ability to go into the further.
The further. So they fight this creature in the further. Pretty much
with the help of Elise's mom.
When the whistle is blown, because the creature.
Hey, blow the whistle.
That's not our song. The creature tries to take Elise's soul. So
swallow your soul. I'm sorry.
It's okay. The Christian tries to take Elisa's soul.
More drink.
And so, the mom, after she blows the whistle, the mom comes to save them. As you can remember, the mom says, whenever you're in trouble or you're scared, blow the whistle. Mm-hmm. And so the mom comes, the mom saves them, and everybody goes to their respective bodies. Because remember, everybody is out of their bodies. Mm-hmm. They're in the further. Mm-hmm. Behind the red door. Right. And so...
But don't forget, when they was looking for their bodies, Elise opened the door to Dalton.
Yes, guys.
Which goes back to
the first Insidious. So you have to make the connection.
Right. So you have to see 1, 2, 3 to make these connections.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You can't watch 4. You're gonna miss the golden eggs. You're gonna miss the golden eggs. Don't do that. Yeah. Okay. Watch 1, 2, 3, 4 at night in the when it's dark outside. By yourself. I highly suggest watching Insidious alone.
And once you just buying a Ouija board while you're at it, okay?
Because that's what I do. I watch the scary movies by myself. If Dee's not around, I'm in the dark watching the scary movies. All right? That's the only way you're going to feel the impact. Wow. You're not going to enjoy it if you don't do it that way. Love. So anyway. So everybody goes back to their respective bodies, mm-hmm. and they get rid of the entity, right. With the help of the mom. Obviously, the further doesn't go anywhere, y'all. They just are able to retrieve the souls of each other because they help each other in the further.
Right. Yeah. So,
and that's on that.
I said what I said.
And that on that. Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, guys, that's Insidious, the last key. Shit.
That's the last key. That's it.
Now, okay, so now we hear that it's gonna be another Insidious. So
that's why we wanted to get this out the way so we could be like, remember 2 years ago we talked about because at this rate with Rona and everything else, the 5th one ain't finna come out this year. It's gonna come out next year or the end of next year or whatever.
Yeah. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Woo! But that's what we got.
But I try to look to see what part 5 is going to be about, and it's like it's hush hush.
It's definitely hush hush.
So what do you think?
Oh man, I don't even know.
What do you think it's going to be about, though?
I don't know. I just don't hope. I hope so. I really like Elisa's character.
I do too.
I think it's going to be hard.
I mean, she's already dead,
right?
They better bring her back.
Yeah,
they have to bring her back. She's part of the series.
Okay, and if they bring her back, I hope. I mean, she'll obviously be on, right, assisting, yeah, like she has it in part 2, and in part 2,
right.
So yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna make this one about. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To keep the franchise, to keep it going. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. We'll see what I don't know if James Wan is gonna be doing it or Lee Wano.
No, I think James Wan is going to be doing it.
Okay,
I think he's going to be directing it.
And I'm definitely excited to see what he's going to be talking about.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So, but we'll keep you abreast.
Yes,
2 breasts,
two of them because it's 2 drunk sisters. So we have 2 breasts.
That's 4 breasts altogether.
4 breasts.
We both have a pair.
Yes, that's true. We ain't finna total recall this bitch. That scene always make me. She had 3 titties. No.
All right, guys.
That's it. I don't know if you were waiting for something else. Ain't nothing else.
Bitch, we gotta do the outro though. Listen, thanks for tuning in for our Insidious Last Key. If you have any movies or suggestions, we got your suggestions now.
Yes, we will be watching what y'all are sending us.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Thank you for sending
and suggesting.
I said da-da-das.
And then da-da-da-das. And we appreciate it. There's just so much horror, fantasy, sci-fi,
we're gonna watch it. So thank you for sending those requests.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. We are gonna watch it.
Please don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Hit us up on our email at 2drunksistas@gmail.com. The number 2 drunk DRUNK sistas SISTAS@gmail.com, and the same moniker 2 drunk sistas on Instagram.
Yes, y'all.
Rate, comment, show us some love. We appreciate it. We love it. We like reading it. We like responding back to you guys.
Definitely like engaging. So don't feel like we're not going to respond, because we will.
Yeah, we will. Because the minute you make a comment,
Bing! We'll be right there.
because we ain't got no life.
Right, we don't.
I mean, we have a life, but
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Y'all be easy.
Stay safe. Stay Rona free.
Peace.